What up, y'all? Conscious One coming at you again. So I just want to talk about two things. I wanted to bring up this Michael Jackson thing again because, yeah, I wanted this to, I don't know, Spirit just told me to bring something up and I was bringing it up. So here we got a statue of Michael Jackson that's in the Chicago Museum. I'll leave a link. And based on what I know, like when he made that video, Remember the Time, well, he didn't want no white people. He wanted all black people. He didn't want no white people that had. Michael was a true G, man. He didn't want no white folks to have nothing to do with that. He wanted black people to wake up. He was at the point in his life of consciousness, and he was like, I got all this power now. And he was like, basically, I want my people to wake up. He's like, money not gonna save them. I need them to wake up in consciousness. So he make the video Remember the Time. And before I move on with that, this thing with the statue of Michael Jackson in a Chicago museum is kind of interesting because this statue of this mummy, allegedly it was actually a statue of a woman. So that leads to other things. Can we change genders in different lifetimes? I was told we can, but I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. I plan on staying a man. I have no desire to be a woman. I understand that there are some men that that desire to be a woman these days. I don't desire to be a woman. I like being a man. Okay, but it's interesting about this statue has how to, you can say, oh, that ain't Michael Jackson because it's a statue of a woman, But you look at the nose, and even the nose is chipped off. Now, you mean tell me that even the nose is chipped off on this thing? It's like, and then y'all know about how they cut the noses off over there in the land Kemet, aka Egypt. We know what they did. What was it? Napoleon was the one responsible for shooting off the nose of the statues in Egypt, in what's now called Egypt, because they didn't want nobody. See, nobody want to talk about that the original people were black. Nobody want to talk about that. Nobody want to talk about how the Moors ruled Europe for 700 years, and they started having sex with a lot of blonde white women. Why? Because they understood that these people didn't have a soul. So in order to get these people that was on the planet to give them a soul, you had the Moors come in and they started having babies with a lot of white women, Caucasian, that had blonde hair. This is in the history of the Moors. Their job was to have sex with a bunch of white women. That's the moral of the story with the Moors. But nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to talk about the mothers and fathers of civilization. See, the thing is, people want the fruit. How can you want the fruit, but you don't appreciate the roots? That don't make no sense. You want the fruit that black people bear, but you don't like the roots where it came from. You see how hypocritical that is? It's strange, very strange, very, very strange. People don't want to give credit where credit is due. But anyway, it's just interesting that the nose is kind of chopped off. You know what I mean? And so I'm going to leave a link. I'm probably going to leave a link to it, the Michael Jackson home, that when I was coming back from New York, I passed by the Michael Jackson home. Guys, strange story. When I was coming back from New York back into Chicago, I had my GPS, set on Chicago. Somehow the GPS sent me to Michael Jackson's home. Okay, I'll tell y'all. Well, it didn't send me exactly there. What happened was it made me get off the expressway. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm right around the block of Michael Jackson. I was in Gary, Indiana. I was like, well, I might as well. It was like somebody made it that I visited that home. The GPS made me get off the express. That's why I told y'all, man, I'm divinely guided. As y'all see by the number, I'm divinely guided. I question whether I even got free will. I don't think so. Somebody else has taken over the driver's seat. I'm in the back seat somewhere, It's weird, y'all. But somebody made me get off, the GPS made me get off the expressway. I was supposed to keep going. I didn't realize that until I left Michael Jackson's former home. I was like, well, wait a minute. Why did GPS even take me over here? I was supposed to stay on the expressway. Very weird, y'all. But then, a lot of mystical stuff. And then I remember one time I used to do this horsebacking thing in Vegas, take people on horses. And I ended up picking up one of the Jackson family's cousin. And she looked just like Janet Jackson. I mean, it was, and then y'all know about, the picture of me and, Joe Jackson when I met him in Vegas. Just a lot of kind of strange stuff, man, that be going on in my reality, y'all. I can't explain. But I'm going to say one more thing before I get out of here. Some of y'all who see me, you know, y'all see me around, coming to the restaurant, pick up food, stuff like that, and y'all notice that I've made like a significant change. And it's just, well, number one, I got a DNA upgrade. Okay, a lot of chosen ones are getting DNA upgrades, anointed people. And also, I think too, well, I started taking this supplement called boron, and it increases your testosterone. So some of y'all girls notice that I've been looking extremely attractive, and they're like, well, how the hell you get older? And like, I've been seeing you for 8 months, and all of a sudden you're just like drop dead gorgeous. Just know that I take a supplement called boron from a laundry detergent called borax. But it's just it's boron. Boron is responsible for increasing the man's testosterone. So when as a man's testosterone increase, you know, you start bulking up quick, your facial features start changing, everything about you that's a man and that's sexy just comes online, and it drives the girls crazy. See, I ain't on here trying to hide no secrets, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you what happened. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some other guys can like, hey, man, I think I need a testosterone boost. You know, because some guys, when they're in their mid-40s, they start getting them injections in their butt, right? To get their testosterone back up. Because a woman, man, I'm telling y'all, man, when you get your testosterone up, the women know, boy, when you get your testosterone up, it triggers these women. They like, man, I seen you 8 months. Like, why are you like so sexy now? Like, oh my God, I just want to eat you. Like, what happened? How? That's what happened. I increased my testosterone. See, I don't have nothing. But anyway, I'm gonna leave the links on y'all to Michael Jackson home. Very strange with this statue here. I just wanted to upload it real quick. And also I'll upload the video of, you know, the clip, you know, about the statue, the mummies, remember the time video. But when he made the Remember the Time video, that's when they started coming against Michael Jackson. Like, okay, we got to stop this motherfucker. And that's when I think right after he made that video, that's when the whole child molestation case came up. See, because he turned conscious, and they was like, oh man, we got to stop this guy. You know what I mean? We got to stop. He has too much power. And then when he bought Sony from the Beatles, then they was like, no, we can't we can't let a black man have that much power, even if it is Michael Jackson. But the legacy he left behind, you know, ain't nothing they can do with that energy. So anyway, y'all, that's all I want to tell y'all. I'm gonna leave a couple of links on the Michael Jackson out there at the Gary, Indiana home, and y'all take care. Talk to y'all later. Peace.